When people ask you where were you in some specific historical events, whether it's going to be watching the Twin Towers getting absolutely decimated by Al-Qaeda planes or watching Trump's ear getting shot off, people are going to ask you where were you in these events, and you'll be probably asking your parents these, and they'll be like, oh, well, I was babysitting my kid, or I was walking the dog, or I was hitting the Quan. Like, they were doing some crazy shit, right? And similarly, we are going through a historical event right now in Osu game where Emmerich is no longer number 2. Akalibed is now number 1. He completed Osu and reached number 1 in game, and people are like, holy fuck. And similarly for me in this historical event, I was playing some basketball outside in the blazing hot sun of Virginia, and I was going like, give me three, and I was like going like W motion, W aura. I was doing like and ones all over the place. I was breaking ankles left and right, and I was going to the car, and my little brother tapped my shoulder and was like, yo, look at this. And he showed me his phone, and it was a picture of this D-ranker guy named G League, and he said rank 1 Akalibed, and I was like, oh my god, Akalibed got number 1. I gotta go home and make this video. So I got home, took my shower, hopped into the studio right now in my living room, and I'm like, yes, Akalibed finally reached number 1. And for the people who do not know what happened, whoa, now Emmerich is not number 1 anymore. What the frick is going on? So basically what's been happening for the last 2 weeks or so, we've had this ultimate edging session of Akalibed trying to reach number 1. So Emmerich hasn't really had much motivation to play recently. He's not really FCing a lot of maps, and it's kind of just chill maxing, chilling out with his boyfriend Lifeline, and also doing some weird zesty stuff, trying to break up some people kissing. Like, it's fucking weird, right? I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but he was basically chill maxing for a bit, and Akalibed was like, I'm fucking hungry for this rank 1, and he's going to take over the speed meta, twerk on the maps, Valve, the Quandale, Lionheart, Glory Days, and he's playing DT on all of these maps, and he was farming, decreasing the gap between his forehead and Emmerich's forehead every time he FC'd a map. And after this time, we've had these weeks of joking, and now it has finally become this gap of 100 PP from Emmerich to Akalibed, and that's how it's been for the last 3 days, and we've been like, oh my god, Akalibed is about to Akali bust. So we've just been going through this, and we were like, any day now, people are starting to lose some hope here and there. People are making some theories that Emmerich is Satoru Goju, and that Akalibed can't get close to Emmerich because every time somebody tried to get Emmerich's rank, like Lifeline or Akalibed, they just get absolutely decimated by some natural force. Maybe that's Gojo Satoru's ability, like Emmerich right here. But now, after these weeks of joking, we finally got the release, and Emmerich is no longer number 1. And the overall community reaction to this, it is like an hour old, this news right here. It seems like that the Gojo Satoru theory is first of all nullified. That was complete cap. And it seems like Aaron also predicted this, where he made a video, the future number 1 Osu player, which is Akalibed. So that's kind of cool. And there's also some other things on the subreddit where people are like, it's Emmerich over, bro. It's like Joe Biden Emmerich over, and like Emmerich being number 2 is a cursed image, because it's so weird, right? Emmerich has been number 1 for 1200 fucking days. Nobody's been able to completely decimate him. Like, he's more freaking dominating than Cookie Z's era. Like, it's absolutely nuts around. And this is just some crazy historical event where Akalibed finally took over Emmerich, and this is just a weird scenario right here, because we're also used to Emmerich being king here, but now Akalibed, the goat of Latvia and UK, he's out here coming out of nowhere. I mean, not necessarily out of nowhere, but twerking on all of these stream apps, and now he's freaking number 1. And Akalibed himself was like, well, this is a pretty strange feeling, and he's kind of just commenting about it. And that does make sense, because you're kind of just out here grinding for so long. People are watching Akalibed streams, 3-minute streams every freaking second, like 3-minute ads, and people are like, dude, when's Akalibed gonna get number 1? It's gonna be Eddie map now. And he finally got it. And I forgot to say what map he got it on, but he got it on this map called Over the Top. So it seems like he is getting over the top of the freaking leaderboards now with getting this FC on Over the Top. It's just some random stream map that's just like a newly speed farm map, so it's nothing that exciting, but like, holy crap, Akalibed is now freaking number 1. And you guys are probably thinking, okay, well, what does this mean for the future of Osu? So we're just going to talk about that really quick. So now that Akalibed is rank 1 and Emmerich is no longer number 1, Emmerich is probably going to come back and like wake up or something. Like, he's probably sleeping right now as I'm recording this video, and he's going to wake up, check Twitter, and be like, oh shit, I'm no longer number 1, bro. So he's probably going to have some sort of motivation to try to get his PP back. Emmerich is like 14 raw PP away from Akalibed, so it doesn't take a lot for him to take back Akalibed's situation right here. He could just hop on some random DT jump farm map and like get that 14 raw PP, and he'll be back to number 1. But there's also another scenario where the PP work that was previously proposed, where it basically nerfs a lot of stream and flow aim and actually buffs up jumps a little bit. If that comes out, Akalibed just gets absolutely decimated, because that's his whole skill set right here. It's just streams and speed, and Emmerich will just completely be number 1 again. There will be like a 1400 PP gap between Emmerich and Akalibed, which would be absolutely insane. So that's another scenario where things to go crazy right now. We don't really know if Akalibed is going to keep his number 1 position for long right now, because I feel like Emmerich is going to be hungry and try to get his number 1 back, because he's been the king for so long. It'll be weird for him to not be the king anymore. It's a bit of a suicide on his own personality and character, where he's no longer number one of Osu. Like, what is the point of life? So he's going to try to get that back naturally. So that's my prediction for what's going to happen. There's going to be a race between Emmerich and Akali bed. Like, I think Emmerich is going to have his motivation ignited again after this whole ordeal right here for Akali bed getting it back. And there's also the possibility of the PP were coming out with nerfing streams, which would absolutely decimate Akali bed. But we'll see. I hope Akali bed enjoys this number one. I feel like it's not going to last for him personally, but we'll see. But that's pretty much all I want to say in this video. I can finally stop milking this freaking content. I mean, maybe there's going to be more content where Emmerich's going to be racing against Akali bed. I can make a video about that. But one last thing, it seems like Akali bed is actually going to not stop at rank 1 and try to get a 2000 PP play and set some records after this. So we're going to be looking forward to that. Maybe he's going to go Chud Tapping mode, go on Snow Goose 3 mod to get a 2000 PP play. Maybe he's on a CDT. I don't really know, but it'll be pretty exciting to see that. So stay tuned for that. That will be pretty cool to see. But yeah, I'll see y'all.